It left the light behind. It had a big light, like a helicopter, and it had a light in the middle of it. And it left that light behind. So we was thinking it was some kind of mist that it sprayed on us, because it was about 20 witnesses. We was at the cemetery visiting my passed away family member, so we got a clear view of it, and it was like real crazy, you know. Like, man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is my first time seeing a UFO in person, and it didn't make no noise. That's when we found out that it wasn't no helicopter. We knew it wasn't no helicopter.
Crazy. Incredible. Thanks for calling in, and sorry for the family's loss there, but you know what? I'm glad you got to see your first UFO, and now you got something that you could think about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Welcome. Thanks for calling in. We got to get to another caller, and we're gonna get to him right now, or her, calling in from Los Angeles, area code 310. You're live, third phase of moon.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. My name's Mike, and myself and my son and his buddy were outside riding their bikes. I emailed you earlier today with 6 video clips about what I saw out there, and actually it was my son and his friend riding the bikes. I was in the garage working on a wood project, and they came in telling me to come outside. Look, there's a UFO they said it was coming from a star far away. They said they were watching it, and it was coming really fast. And so I told them, you know, I didn't have time for that nonsense. And and then finally I said, I figured I better go out there and see what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
And when we went out there, I went out there and I looked up, and it was humongous.
Came to mind?
WTF
came to mind? WTF came to mind?
Yes, WTF came to mind immediately. It was humongous. I'm in Redondo Beach, and so you know I'm right by the coastline, right?
Absolutely.
And this thing was. I looked up and it was just. I mean, humongous. I mean, it was, and you could see there was a helicopter that went by, and the helicopter seemed like it was just as close, maybe even. And it was like a little speck compared to the enormous sized. I mean, to me, it looked like a gigantic V, like a flying V. You know.
Yeah, it looks like a triangular shaped craft. Actually, from what I see with all the videos that we've gotten submitted here, and Redondo Beach probably was a really good viewing spot. You know what, people? We're going to get to people's reactions now, like what you're hearing right now. This is breaking news, third phase of moon. It doesn't get much better than this when you got a state the size of California. I think 35 million just in the Los Angeles County region alone. I'm guesstimating, but a lot of people saw this in 4 states. People, something went down or over pretty much the west coast of the United States. What it is, we're going to try and find out. This is Blake Cousins, Third Phase Moon Radio. We'll be right back.
We have an unidentified object. We have an unidentified object. Object confirmed. object. Object confirmed. Object confirmed. Transmission completed. We have an
Unidentified flying objects captured over Los Angeles and in 4 other states. Something big's happening, people, and they want to share it right here to Third Phase Moon and the world via the public. That's who we trust. Permission granted. Thank you very much. That's what it's all about. You know, people reach out. We reach out. You know, we talk to people. People talk back. It takes a little bit of work, but hey, we're not going to go and take people's footage and think that you're doing any investigative journalism without doing a little bit of research. And, you know, I'm going to call them again hacks. There's a lot of hacks out there, you know. Anyway, we're going to get to serious journalism right now. Area code 805, I think we got a heads up that you had some video you wanted to share to Third Phase.
Yes.
805.
Hello? Yes.
Yep.
Hello?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. And this is my first time calling.
Thanks for calling in, man. There's a lot of first-time callers in tonight. What's your name?
Yeah. My name's Mark.
Hey, Mark. Did you see the event?
Yes, I sure did. I was in Chinatown that night when it happened, and yeah, for that was no missile. Well, like they were saying, and then like the videos, they don't really show you what really happened, because there was I would say a explosion effect or something, and there was the best way for me to explain it was like a ripple effect, like when you throw like a rock in a pond or something, because there was like an immense wave vibration or something, like before that light even showed, you can't even really it's hard to explain, but there was like a big round ring of around that white thing that's not showing on video.
Would you consider it like an interdimensional rip in space? Like the particles were kind of confused around it?
I would say that, it might have opened up a portal, or it could have been something like that, because it didn't look like it was actually moving the air and the the whole it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it was something way different than that's from this planet. I know that. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen rockets being launched from Vandenberg. I've seen missiles being launched, and this is nothing even similar to that, because it even changed colors. When I first seen it, it was an orange, reddish, ball, and at first I thought it was a shooting star or something, because it had fire trail or something coming off the back end of it, and then it dropped something, and when I say it dropped something, because it trailed it for a short distance, and it was flashing reddish blue green lights, and then it probably only flashed probably about 4 or 5 times. Then that object disappeared. Then that's when probably about 10, 15 seconds after that object disappeared, that it fell out behind it, then it did its first little explosion, and then it went for probably about another 30, 45 seconds, and then that's when it did its other explosion, with the video that everybody's showing. But there was actually a first explosion before that one that wasn't as big as the second one, but there was one prior to that nobody captured.
Wow. Thanks for calling in, Mark. There's not just one video. There's thousands of videos, and we're sharing just probably the tip of the iceberg of what people shot. But we're trying.
It's not really showing that round blast that it actually made. The videos, none of the videos that I've seen is showing that. It's it's just showing the white light and the immense light in the sky. But there was an actual a round plume of smoke or something, and it got it intensified. It went from one size to a bigger size, and it rippled 2 or 3 times to intensify the size of that circle. It's pretty awesome.
Sure. Wow, it is awesome, and I think we're going to be getting video that you're going to be seeing in Third Phase of Moon, the special on our YouTube channel, when we go over all of the callers that have called in tonight and share the videos that people have captured on the ground with their eyes wide open, their minds pretty much resolved that they're not buying what the major media is saying, This is a good day. This is a real good day for disclosure, in my opinion. Area code 619. Another 619 calling in from San Diego. You're live, Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Mark, hey, Blake, it's Kelly again. I'm sorry, I was calling from my wife's phone, but the only thing I wanted to say, that was my cousin that was on there, and that one guy was correct, that it did take a quick turn. It did a 90-degree turn and flew off. That's another thing that my cousin forgot to mention as well.
Did he have any video? Tell him to submit the video, Kelly, okay? We got a Yuri Bifer. Yuri, you there, Yuri?
Yes.
Hey, Yuri, welcome to the show. Where were you when this went down?
No, thanks, Blake. I'm sorry. I'm just watching this, my first time caller, but I've been a big fan of yours.
Hey, and, man, thanks for watching. Welcome to the Third Phase Moon Radio. This is a big night to call in. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I was just turning in just to see another video of yours, and I saw this, and I saw that normally you do your Friday nights at 11 Eastern, because I'm in Toronto, Canada, and I didn't know that it was going to go down tonight, and I was really surprised to see that one.
Well, it's a special report tonight, Yuri, and so what do you think so far of what you've seen in the videos? Are you believing in what you're in Canada? Do you believe what the United States major media is putting out there, that this is some kind of rocket launch?
Oh no. I just finished watching it actually prior to my call, and I am 100% convinced this is whatever it is. It's probably I would probably say it's maybe something made by the government, but it's not it's a ET or something that they've made, and they're not want to share it with us. It's obviously that it's not something that we all know how to make, and
it's a black ops situation. It's a black ops, blackout, cover up. Something big. Let's see. Did Matthew, you still there?
Yes.
Hey, Matthew, did we get this bit? Were we able to figure out this video that you want to get to us?
Actually, I sent it to your Facebook.
Okay, we're going to share that. So let's get to the reaction of the people that were on the ground next to you when this went down. And you've seen missile launches before, you stated, right?
I'm sorry?
Have you seen a missile launch before?
I actually have, and I tell you right now that it was nowhere close to anything like that ever.
What is the sound of a missile launch? Do you hear anything?
Oh, it's a loud rolling sound. There's rockets going. I mean, you can hear it, and this thing had no sound whatsoever. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was far enough in the distance to where you might not be able to hear it. But I mean, if people are calling in saying they didn't hear anything, then I'm just saying I've never seen anything like that ever in my life. It reminds me of the thing that happened, I believe it was in Norway, where it was something very similar, where there was kind of a white explosion coming out, and then the orb shot through the center of it, and it just kept going. That was almost the same exact thing that I saw.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a huge event. It had the whole world kind of keeping their eyes more on the skies. Robert Bingham does this quite often. He's always having his eyes on the skies, and he's there in Los Angeles, and he states that this is something big. This is extraterrestrial. He's been calling it that disclosure's happening, and it's going to happen very soon, and I think this is some disclosure. When you get 100% of the audience that calls in full on agreeing that this is not the story that has been told to us. Robert, something is happening. This is a good day, right?
Yes, this is what I stated. I think you remember when I said that thing about Fausto being there. I had stated that the terrestrials had sent down these leaves, these dead leaves on me, and I couldn't figure out what it was they were trying to tell me these were dropping from thousands of feet. And then I figured it out. They were telling me that disclosure was going to come from them in the fall. And I've been saying that for the longest, that they were going to show up to everybody around the world in the fall. And that's the only disclosure you're going to get, because anything other than anything, if people believe that the government's going to tell you that they've been lying to you all this time, it's never going to happen. And
we're over this story about how every time the major media talks about this, and they're calling everybody that's called in that no, this isn't a UFO that people saw over California. They're already telling people, don't believe what your own mind tells you. It's getting it's getting ridiculous. Eric, you've been in the military, right?
Yeah, yes, I have, Blake. Yes, I have. Again, and just like everybody's telling you, these are facts that this did happen at 6 p.m. Saturday, November 7th, Pacific Standard Time. This thing was unlike any other missile launch I've ever witnessed. I've actually seen a shuttle launch from Cape Canaveral in Florida. It looked nothing like any kind of missile or rocket that I've ever seen. This thing was just totally bizarre. It had texture, it had shape. Not only that, it was moving ultra fast across the stratosphere. It just had this energy to it. It had a plume come off of it, like the other gentleman said, and that plume actually had a sulfuric type smell to it. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but in my clip you'll actually hear me say it getting weird to breathe, because I actually started struggling breathing. That it felt like it was that.
Well, now this is going into a whole new direction. Sorry, I had just to regroup you, just so everybody. I want to get this. You smelled something from this, and I smell a sulfuric type chemical or whatever it was, sulfuric type smell, like somebody threw a box of matches in a fire, coming from this thing. Well, now this sounds like there's been a mass poisoning, but I'm not going to say. I'll retract that.
I mean, not this. Even my friend Anthony in the video, he clearly says, "Whoa, this is some killer gas cloud shit," literally, and you can hear him say it in the video. This thing was bizarre. Like, this thing was beyond. In fact, it did almost look like a thermonuclear weapon. To an extent, it had a plume to it.
Hold on a sec. I got to get other people's if they smelt anything. Vaughn, you were there. Did you smell anything from this?
You know what's really strange? Until he mentioned that, I actually was thinking the exact same thing. I was on a motorcycle, and I noticed that kind of like a metallic, weird. I can't explain it. I don't want to give too much information, but I did notice the atmosphere was strange, and it did have a weird smell to it. And I was here in Arizona.
No, now I'm getting. This might not be a good day now after this kind of.
Yeah, it's tripping me out that he said that, because I was thinking the same thing on my motorcycle, going, "Man, what is going on? It stinks out here." But it was my whole entire ride, and I rode about 20 miles, and it was the same feeling the whole ride.
Blake, this is Robert Beam. Can I talk?
Yeah, Robert, did you smell anything? Go ahead.
I didn't smell anything, didn't hear anything, and as you can see my video, it's right there. I mean, I didn't even have to zoom in to get this great capture.
Where were you?
And so it was. Blake, as you know, I've taken videos of many terrestrial craft, and I know more about them than most people. And it was definitely a terrestrial craft. It was not a thermonuclear explosion or anything.
Extraterrestrial.
And bringing the sulfuric gas smell, I assume the person is trying to put a devilish tint on that, and I totally would avoid that.
Hold on a sec, Robert. I'd have to disagree with you on that. There's already multiple people that have said this, just not one person. You're in Pasadena. I see that you're in a city. surrounded by a lot of buildings, automobiles. There's a lot of smells that could be diverted on that. Stand by. We're going to get to other callers and see if they had any kind of sensation. You can't just automatically jump on somebody when they're saying that this is their senses, and that I don't think they're lying at all. They actually submitted videos themselves. Let's see if area code 707. Let's see, we got Vataritz. Oh yeah, he's too far. He was too far from the position, so he couldn't have any testimony on that. Let's see if 714 does. 714, you there? You saw it. Did you smell anything unusual?
Me?
Yep. Welcome back.
I didn't smell anything exactly, but I was at an In-N-Out burger, so that smell could have very well overwhelmed whatever smell that they had smelling. But what I did notice is that about after the light that was emitted kind of dissipated, the sky quickly cleared of any haze or clouds, and I noticed for the rest of the night that the sky seemed unusually clear, because Los Angeles is typically covered with smog, and it hadn't really rained too recently. So I was kind of wondering why is the sky so clear tonight? It doesn't make any sense why everything's so clear.
Well, that is interesting, because let's just say if it was a rocket, did it explode, or it seemed like it just kind of disappeared out of existence? What do you think, Kelly? Was there any on the ground reports of a weird smell?
No, not that I know of. I mean, if you would, if my cousin's still on, he was like he said, he was right in Chinatown, so he would probably know more than anything about that.
Yeah, but Chinatown, In-N-Out Burger, there's a lot of smells going on around there. So, hey, I'm not exactly sure. We got, is this Vaughn again? Vaughn? Hey, Vaughn, so.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where were you were you around an area that you might have?
Yeah, I was riding from Mesa to Queen Creek, and so it was
not much things going around that could, cross your sense of smell.
No, I ride a lot, so I mean, we might have cow manures on the field or whatever, because I ride past some farm fields, and so there's kind of some stenches around certain areas. But it seemed like the whole ride there was just it felt kind of different. I can't explain it. I don't want to put my own spin on it. I just felt something different as far as something was strange, and I don't know if it's because I started my ride with actually looking at this thing, but I wasn't trying to, I'm not trying to read into it and say, oh, it was this UFO or it's something bad or negative. I just noticed something felt weird, and it was kind of a little bit of a smell that I had. It was more like a metallic, or I wouldn't say it's so much sulfuric like eggs, but it did have a smell, kind of a weird difference in the atmosphere that I could sense.
Well, Robert, this is Vaughn Bingham, and you got to believe that Vaughn's being genuine there, correct?
Yeah, but I guess he's correct, but I don't know how you can smell something when you have a helmet on and you're riding a motorcycle. But anyway,
trust me,
at a certain speed. But anyway, I just know what I saw, and Blake, I stated on your radio show, Blake, that this was going to happen, and it happened.
Well, you did. You did.
I did.
Absolutely
I stated
did.
right on your radio show. Told you it was going to happen. And
yeah, and
it
you
did.
said
So I don't know what further or more I could say about it, except that I caught it on video, and I think I caught the best video, but where you can see the craft going further than the plume.
Hands
and
down,
the plume
Robert.
The plume looked like intelligent energy to me. If you look really good at my video, it's a good capture from my Panasonic video. You'll see that if you zoom in, you'll see that it's a very intelligent energy, if I can describe it like that.
Absolutely,
anyway.
Robert. We're seeing your video, and you did announce a few weeks ago on the radio show, and that something was going to go. Disclosure is going to happen in November, a short period of time, and you actually captured this video, a damn good capture of a phenomenon that everybody agrees that this is extraterrestrial. And You know what? That's it right there, Robert.
Thank you, Blake.
There it is. Robert Bingham submitted some incredible video. I appreciate that. I appreciate the world right now for listening in, and the people from the Southern California area and around the United States, close to the Western Hemisphere. You know what? We're going to be posting all the videos tonight. I got to thank everybody for sharing with us this information as it came in liquid over the past 24 hours. This is breaking news, and we're trying to deal with it as fast as we can, getting the credit where credit's deserved. We're going to try and get it as accurate as we possibly can, with permission granted from the people. Third phase of the moon's not going anywhere. We're looking for your videos. If you've captured a UFO, something like what you've captured that was seen tonight, we'd sure like to see it. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to be back Friday. Again, it's going to be 11 p.m. if you're in New York. And if you're in Los Angeles, it's going to be 8 p.m. We're going to be doing another live radio show. As usual, taking callers from around the world, sharing your videos, sharing your testimony, doing it the way the people want to hear it. Live and raw. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. This is Blake Cousins, a special report, Third Phase of Moon Radio. Keep your eyes on the skies.